teach you how to get started with model horsing. The first thing you need is a model horse. If you don't already have a model horse, a good place to go is Lee's Feed Store in Kutztown. If you do already have a horse, make sure it is in good condition and looks realistic. This is an example of a model horse who's in good condition because it doesn't have any scratches, scrapes, or ruts. It looks realistic because of the muscling in the eye looks real. An example of a horse who's in good condition but doesn't look very realistic is this horse. This horse doesn't look realistic because this leg looks like it's broken. The muscling doesn't look real, and the color of it looks like a copper penny. An example of a horse who looks realistic but is not in good condition is this horse. This horse looks realistic because the muscling in the eye also looks real, but it is not in good conditions because it's got scratches, scrapes, and ruts. Now that you have selected a horse, you need to select a class from the class list. There are two sections to the class list. There are performance classes and halter classes. Performance classes require tack, props, and the horse has to be showing action. Now let's talk about tack. Tack can either be plastic or it can be leather. Tack can also be bought, made, or it can be bartered. An example of a performance class is Western Games. This horse is ready for that class because it has its Western tack and it has its prop. And the horse is showing action. Now let's talk about props. Some examples of props are bridges for trail classes, flag and cone for gaming classes. We bought the cone and we made the flag out of toothpick, paper, and tape. Or you can have jumps for jumping classes. Now let's talk about halter classes. Halter classes don't require tack, they don't require tack, props, and the horse does not have to be showing action. An example of a class for halter classes is Clydesdale/Shire. This horse is ready for that class because it is in good condition and meets the description of a Shire. Now, just because Breyer says that this was a quarter horse doesn't mean that this can be a quarter horse. We looked it up. We looked this breed up and we found that it also met the description of a Wielkopolski sport horse. Now, halter classes may sound easier than performance classes, but you have to know your breeds really well. Now you're ready to pack up for the model horse show. My family made these little blankies that you can put your horses in, but you have to make sure all ears, tails, or even feet have to stay in, or otherwise they can still get scratches or ruts. Also you can use bubble wrap. Now you're at the model horse show. You will be assigned a table and you will have to unpack all your horses, tacks, and props. The judge will call a class and you will bring up your horse. You will bring your horse up to the ring, and the ring is actually a table, and you will make sure your tack is on properly. This horse is not ready because the leather is in its eye. Now what my family calls sticky wax, we put some down on its mouth so it holds that there, and we put some over here so it's not in the eye. Then the judge will say, class is closed, you leave the table. Now let's talk about judges. Lots of judges like different things. Some judges may like Appaloosas or quarter horses. Some may like Arabians, some may like thoroughbreds. But your job is to make your horse look as realistic as possible. So the judge says the class is closed. You will go back to your table, and then so the judge is judging. The judge says the class is pinned. Then you go up and get your ribbon. But just remember next time that you pack your horses carefully so you can show again. Any questions?
Did you ever do a diorama class where you put the horse into like a scene?
Yes, but it's like there's there's fun classes on there. There's like day of work and fun setup.
Okay. The one horse you mentioned, you made the tack. How do you make the tack?
Well, there's these little kits that I actually got for Christmas, so I'm not sure where you actually get them. And I didn't make them, my mom did.
A little tedious. Okay. And how many people in your family show model horses? More than you? Is it more than you that shows? I mean, you
Actually, I'm the only person that shows, but sometimes my sister might have horses that she wants to show, but we pretend that it's my horse.
Are there classes for, I've seen model horses that have no coloring or anything on. Are there classes for horses that you can paint your own horse?
Yeah, there's, on the class list there's like, I forget what they're called, but they say like decorators class.
Okay. And so you paint your own horse for that?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Okay. I don't have any more to go. Thank you.